Hello and welcome everybody to another Aetherdrift. I am Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at diamond number 3. We've been having a pretty good month here in March so far once the ladder has reset. A couple of 6-3 finishes and I believe 3 trophies in a row before that. So I'm happy to keep the streak going. Drafting a lot of different archetypes, trying to stay open, but I'm getting very, very comfortable just kind of drafting anything now for the most part. So hopefully we draft something good this time. Now, before we head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to just crack open some packs and just open some Aetherdrift boxes, or you want to buy some singles to round out your constructed decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, heavyplay.com is the place to go. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. They also have a really, really big convention presence, so if you ever see them at a regional championship, a spotlight series, or the Pro Tour, or at MagicCon, check them out, tell them Paul sent you, and you will receive 10% off your order there as well. Alrighty, what do we got? What do we got? Ooh, Vinwixt. Sadly, not the card that we want. This is actually a very underwhelming pack. At Uncommon, there's Dredger's Insight and Voyage Home. And at Common, we're looking at Bounce Off, Siphon Fuel, and Pothole Mole. Blech. I really have no idea what to take. I guess I don't like taking a multicolor card here first. I think Dredger's Insight is a little better than Pothole Mole, and there's Bounce Off, but I think that's... I don't need to take these early. It's a good card, but people just don't respect this card, and I get this kind of late. I think Dredger's Insight just gives me the most upside, and I'm reasonably happy playing this in most of my green decks. Certainly much, much better in black-green. All right, rare missing here in Pack 1, Pick 2. We have a couple of cards here. We have Gallant Strike, which I do believe is better than Sundial usually. Just a really, really good removal spell. Splashable, you can cycle. There's Hellish Sideswipe, which I do believe is a worse removal spell. And Gallant Strike certainly better than Crash and Burn as well. There's Marauding Mako if you wanted to do the cycling thing, but I just feel like the cycling deck is just super high risk, high reward, and I just don't like taking this card. I guess second pick is where we could take it, but I feel like Gallant Strike on average will lead to a better deck than me taking the Mako. So yeah, let's take Gallant Strike. Like I said, also splashable card, whereas with the Sundial, you certainly can't splash that. And also, white generally tends to be a very, very open color, so I don't mind going into it as long as there are signs that it's very, very open. Okay, that's another Gallant Strike. If I took the Mako, I could have taken the Thunderhead Gunner. Couple of interesting cards here. There's Lightning Strike, Thunderhead Gunner, and Wreckage Wickerfolk at Common. And then there is another Gallant Strike here. There's Memory Guardian if you wanted to do the artifact thing, but I feel like it's probably safer just to take another Gallant Strike here and kind of figure out what's available. Yeah, let's take this. I don't love Skyseer's Chariot that much. I don't know what type of deck that I'm going to end up in. I could end up in blue-white artifacts. Green-white doesn't seem like it's going to be on the table. I could certainly end up in black-white Start Your Engines. But why don't we just go back-to-back Gallant Strike, noting that we are seeing some red cards here. Red-white, obviously one of the weaker color combinations, but of course, if it's available, I don't mind moving into it. Coming into Pack 1, Pick 4, green is just not available. So what do we take? Well, there's a Pactile Terror, which is really good. Canyon Vaulter is okay. If I have a lot of vehicles, I guess this can be good. It would be the safe pick to cut off all the white cards. Certainly, Crash and Burn and Rider Catalyzer is not good enough for me to consider taking here. So then it just becomes, what do I feel like is better? Do I take Canyon Vaulter or one of these 2 black cards? I'm going to take Pactile Terror. We can end up in Esper Artifacts, and this is kind of a signpost common level card, and this gives us kind of the most upside. So let's take this and see where we can go. So black certainly seems open. We saw the Pactile Terror. In Pack 1, Pick 5, I also see Engine Rat and Wreckage Wickerfolk and Siphon Fuel, which are all cards I don't mind. Surveyor is also pretty fine, but now that I took the Pactile Terror, kind of interested in taking this Wreckage Wickerfolk. I think it's actually close between the Engine Rat and the Wickerfolk, but I already have a couple of ways to kill big things, and I could potentially lean into artifact synergies. So I think I want to take the Wicker Folk here. But looking pretty solid here. Gallon Strike number 3. Now, there is also a Migrating Ketrodon, but like I said, that's like the first green card that we've seen. There's a Night Market, but like all these other cards are pretty mediocre. I'm just going to take on the third one here. Like obviously at this point, like this is just probably too many, but still just a good card. And now we'll take a Wretched Doll here. So black-white artifacts, I guess. And Rider Spike Spitter also available in this pack, but you know what? This is, you know, looking like a decent Packed Terror deck. And now, ooh, wow, that's a late Thunderhead Gunner. Can we... I don't know. I don't know if I want to splash this. There's still a Back on Track and a Leonin Surveyor. So clearly, like, the Mardu colors are available. I don't love the Surveyor that much, honestly. I'm going to actually take Back on Track here. There is a world where I can cycle a bunch of artifacts and try to go big with the Thundering Broodwagon and Detention Chariots. And I feel like that gives me more upside here. So I'll take Back on Track because I think there is a world where we can go black-white artifacts. And I'll take Voyager Quickwelder here. Oh, and Sundial Tabled. Okay. White, wide open. Wide open. Black-white, certainly the seat that we need to be. And take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 artifact creatures. So this Packed Terror is actually looking fantastic from what we have so far. Don't care about Interface Ace. I guess I'll just take Foul Roads. I already have 2 drops that I like. So we'll put a Foul Roads in here if necessary. And yeah, liking this setup. I'll take Swiftwing Assailant. There's no world where I would consider splashing the Midnight Mangler. And right now, it's pretty clear that we're a black-white base. So I'll just take Swiftwing Assailant. Calaxian goes to the board. And you know what? Honestly, not a terrible start here so far. Let's see if we can pick up some Broadcast Ramblers and cards of that nature to go with this black-white artifact deck. Now, there is a world where we can potentially splash for some other artifacts. Splash blue for other artifacts, so that's something that we can consider. Ketramos is not really playable in my opinion, so I'm not going to take that here. Unswerving Sloth is okay, but I'm here looking at Grim Bauble versus Wreckage Wicker Folk. And, you know, I just don't like Grim Bauble that much. I'd much rather just pick up premium 2-mana creatures. There's a Mammoth as well. And I already have 3 Gallon Strikes and a Back on Track, so my spell count's already pretty high. I'm just going to take the Wicker Folk here. Let's just really lean heavily into... They're both artifacts, but this is a good creature, especially because Black-White also has the ability to play some good Start Your Engines cards, and I just really love the Wreckage Wicker Folk in general. So I'll take it there over the Grim Bauble, and I guess now we'll take the Guardian Sunmare here. There's also Broadcast... Wow, and a Packed Terror. What a pack. Man, Packed Terror would be so good here, but I'm obviously taking the Guardian Sunmare. Just excellent, excellent value creature. Just gets me whatever random creature that I want, but it does feel bad. Like, Packed Terror seems absolutely incredible here. But let's go ahead and take Guardian Sunmare. Even if Packed Terror was, let's just say in theory, it was a 0.5% better win rate card to take in this deck, this card is too sweet. I gotta take it, right? All right, next up here. Ooh, wow, that's a House Squad heavy. That card's obviously fantastic. But we have the choice between Hour of Victory and Grim Bauble. And I'm going to take Hour of Victory. I think this card is excellent. We have a really... Like, our deck is really, really well set up. We have Packed Terror, double Wreckage Wicker Folk. So we're really set up to hit maximum speed. It's also an incredible card to search for with the Guardian Sunmare. Imagine searching out an Hour of Victory and then using that to search for something else on top of that. So I think I'm going to take that over the Grim Bauble. But really, really good pack. Okay, I guess now I can take the Grim Bauble. I don't really put much stock in the Canyon Vaulter. It's a fine 2-mana play, but I do think on average this is going to be better. We already have 4 good 2-mana plays. We do have 1 Guardian Sunmare, which we could give flying. But honestly, I don't care that much about that. Like, if I attack with this once and it trades with something and I get an Hour of Victory, that's totally fine. And also getting a Grim Bauble is really nice with Sunmare too. Momentum Breaker, excellent here as well. Don't care about Voyager Quickwelder. In fact, I don't even care about this one necessarily, just because we don't have a lot of top-end artifacts just yet. But Momentum Breaker is a very, very good card. And yeah, loving this deck, honestly. Take a look. Triple Gallon Strike for the big things. Grim Bauble, Momentum Breaker, and just a nice mix of creatures here. Here we have Grim Javelineer versus the Shefet Archfiend. This is kind of a curve out deck, so I'll just take the Javelineer. I don't have a million 3-drops either. This is a nice card to get back with Back on Track, but I feel like the first Grim Javelineer in this deck's going to be okay. This is interesting. There's a Streaking Oil Gorger, Siphon Fuel, Tune-Up as well. Don't have any artifacts to get back. I think I'm just going to take Scoured Barrens here. I'm looking pretty good on sheer number of playables. These are all kind of replacement level cards, so let's just take the black-white land here because I love casting my spells. Ooh, another Momentum Breaker. Okay, so we're looking really, really good on spells. I'm really liking the fact that I took a bunch of creatures over the first 2 Grim Baubles because our interaction is incredible. So we're just going to now need to focus on just picking up more creatures. All right. Well, there's another Grim Bauble. I guess I'm taking it. Just black is super duper open. Yeah, the Quick Welder doesn't seem worth it. Back on Track is also kind of mediocre here right now. We have, what, 7 creatures? Because our victory is kind of a creature, but, you know, it's nice to get Guardian Sunmare, but this is probably also on the outside looking in. Our interaction, like I said, is awesome. 18, 17, 16, okay. And here, I guess I'll take Siphon Fuel, but given my removal suite, it's really unlikely that I play this, but it's also unlikely for me to want to play double roads in my deck. But I'll take the Siphon Fuel, put it here. You know what? I'm probably not even playing all 3 of them. Unless I have something to do with these artifacts. Canyon Vault. Okay, Canyon Vaulter tabled. Yeah, this is looking great. Don't need that, don't need this, and we'll probably cut one of those. Probably don't need the Javelineer. I'm just like trying to build my deck with the cards that I'm pretty happy playing. And this is kind of the configuration. Again, 7 creatures, 8 with our victory. Really just going to prioritize good creatures. Gas Guzzler is... Oh, wait. Gas Guzzler is good, but I think Glory Heath Lynx is better. This is just a premium card. Yeah, I like the Gas Guzzler, but this thing is just lifelinker, get you lands, just exactly everything you want. I love Glory Heath Lynx. Our 2 mana cards are great. Also works really well with the Canyon Vaulter. So I think I will play the Canyon Vaulter here. I do have Lynx plus Sunmare, and those are both excellent cards to saddle up. Now I'm kind of looking at the meat of my mana curve, so certainly looking for more good 3s. Actually, the Javelineer probably gets in because of that. Moving on here, oh man, Pact Altair looks good. So does Broadcast Rambler, actually. But I think I'm going to take this just because it's cheaper on the curve. They're both really good cards, but I already have a 5. And, you know, if I pick up another Broadcast Rambler or a Streaking Oil Gorger, that'll be fine. But our artifact count is actually quite high. We have 7, so Pact Altair seems nice. Sad to pass Brightglass Gearhulk. Greenbelt Guardian, also very good. There is a Broadcast Rambler versus Detention Chariot. That's actually really interesting. I don't love Detention Chariot that much, actually. Like, I've been kind of underwhelmed by it, and if they kill it, it's like not even that good for me. And my deck's looking to be proactive. And with Pactol Terror, I think Broadcast Rambler is actually the card I'd rather have in this deck, to be honest. I don't need the Sideswipe. I have plenty of interaction already. It is nice with the Grim Baubles, but like I said, I'm prioritizing good creatures. And this is a vehicle as well. It's not actually a creature. So yeah, let's go ahead and take Broadcast Rambler for this deck. And this is most definitely a pick that I'm making just because of a need in our deck, which is, of course, creatures. We have 12 creatures right now. And now we have Collision Course. But look, I have another Grim Bauble here that I can play, which I might play. I don't really love Chitin Gravestalker. There's Canyon Vaulter, I guess. I now have, what, 3 vehicles? 1, 2, 3, so I'll play it. I don't really need Collision Course here. If I was playing best of 3, I might consider it. Wow, our 2-drops are just ridiculous. I guess I'll take Sundial. Voyager Glidecar. It's probably not bad here, right? I mean, I have a good number of creatures, and it's an artifact. And I can crew it with a Canyon Vaulter. That's a late transit mage as well, but I think I'm going to take that here. Okay, pretty happy with this configuration. Light Wheel Enhancements is unplayable. I'll take Brightfield Glider, but this I don't really love. So generally, oh my gosh, 8th pick Glory Heath Lynx? Are you kidding me? I told white is always open. I mean, Maximum Overdrive is also great, but I would have taken this over most commons, but not over a Lynx. That is ridiculous. All right, take the Surveyor, but I I feel like the other 2-drops just kind of outclass the Surveyor here. So probably not going to play it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 2-mana creatures. Granted, we don't have that many 3s, but this is 13 creatures with Hour of Victory and Broadcast Rambler, so that's 15 creatures, which also works nicely with the Voyager Glidecar. So liking this setup. Never playing the Mustang, but also never playing Guidelight Matrix, I guess. Collision Course, probably not main decking this, although it's close. I could see playing it over a Grim Bauble. Don't really like Daring Mechanic. All right. I mean, this deck's okay. This deck's okay. We do, you know, it curves out. We have some good interaction. All right, let's put all these like, I'm going to cut all of these cards. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but let's take a look. I think this is going to be a fairly quick build. I don't want that. Don't want this. Don't care about the Quick Welder or the Mechanic or the Disciple, Mustang, Assailant. And then let's move these here. Probably cutting the Surveyor. And then I like this group of stuff here on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I just like a really high creature count in general. Our curve is really low. So I think I can go 16 lands here, especially with the Scoured Barrens. All right, we can probably cut a Swamp. 8 black, 9 white. All right, what do I cut? I kind of like everything. With the double Pactol Terror, I think I want to keep, like, all my 2-drops, like, I want to keep all my 2-mana artifact creatures with Pactol Terror just for synergy. And because I have so many, I have 10, it's probably the Leonin Surveyor. Like, all of these have a little more utility, and that one just kind of just lets me attack. And I think the Surveyor might be better than the Javelineer, but this is just a nice thing to play on 3 to let me kind of attack through everything. And then as far as spells go, I think it's probably just a Collision Course. I think I get a little more value out of the Momentum Breaker. It's also a nice thing to search with the Guardian Sunmare. So I think we'll just do something like that. And you know what? This is a pretty nice configuration, but I wouldn't fault anybody for potentially playing one of these 2 cards. I don't think it's a big mistake, kind of no matter what direction you go, but good curve, solid cheap interaction as well. So we can just really run people over, play some 2-drops, double spell by going Grim Bauble into something else, and then we have some late game stuff to try to close the game out with. So pretty excited about this. Let's see how this plays out. All right. Now, before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and really wanted to support the channel in another way, well, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. I want to give a special shout out to all of the patrons. Thank you very much for all your support. It really means a lot and is one of the main reasons why I can continue making all of this content. So I want to say thank you to all of you. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, which I think is a really good way to join an awesome community of like-minded individuals looking to get better at Magic like you. Ooh, wow, playing against rank 17 player. Although rank 17 this early doesn't mean that much. They just played a lot and hit Mythic, but obviously still playing against a good player here. On the draw, good curve as expected. Gallon Strike, Sundial, or Wreckage Wickerfolk on turn 2. If I don't draw a land turn 2, I might just run out the Wreckage Wickerfolk, but I did draw a land, so now I'm probably interested in playing Sundial, depending on what their turn 2 play is. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, wait. Change my mind. We drew Glory Heath Lynx. Like, I was going to play Sundial, but Glory Heath Lynx, come on. Ranger's Refueler, that can't even block. Okay. So let's go Grim Javelineer. Saddle it up. Attack. Oh, this is amazing. Getting a land too. This is great. Next turn we can double spell if we need. Really good situation to be. They have a Ranger's Refueler. If they pass, I can simply just Gallant Strike. I can Gallant Strike that as well, but it's not... Oh. Interesting. Oh, I can also Canyon Vaulter. The question is, are they even going to block here? I don't think so. So here's my plan. I'm going to go Canyon Vaulter. So that gets wings. And then attack. And if they want to block here, I want to be able to surveil. So let's just target that. Yep. I like this. I get in for 1 less damage, but 1 damage for a surveil seems worth. So for example, I don't want that swamp. So that was definitely worth it for me, I feel. Haunt the network? Sure. That doesn't matter too much. Especially because I'm gaining a bunch of life here. So it's just like not even that big of a deal. I would like to get Pact All Terror going, but it seems just way too it just seems way too good to just run out Broadcast Rambler here. It just hits so hard. And I can give it flying. Look at this is ridiculous. Like I've gotten 3 lands off of Glory Heath Links. This is unreal. And we still have Gallant Strike for something big. And then next turn we can go Pact All Terror plus Sundial if needed. A Grim Bauble on Canyon Vaulter almost certainly. Okay, fair enough. Voyage Home, okay. That's really, really good. They have a nice artifact deck here. Grim Bauble. Probably don't care about that too much. Let's go Pact All Terror. Get another land. Play Sundial. Like, I mean, we're obviously looking really good. It's just Spectacular Pileup is the only thing we're going to have to hope they don't play. But it looks like they're a blue-black base deck. So it doesn't look that likely. Gear Seeker Serpent. Okay, yeah, they're super dead. Let's kill the Serpent. Let's play the Bauble. This is insane. Oh, they're just getting absolutely pummeled right now. All right. They take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at our board. I mean, this game, the deck just played out beautifully. Like, we just got every single land out of our deck, too. There's just nothing they can play here that gets them out of this, really. I feel. Yep. Whew, what a beating. And we got to beat the rank 17 player. Always feels good. Always feels good. That means I'm at least rank 16 or better. That's just, right, by process of... Anyways, let's keep going. Alrighty, 1-0. Our deck played out beautifully that game. We are on the play here. Another great hand. Turn 2, Glory Heath Links on the play is always the dream here. And then we have Sundial to follow that up. Oh, wow. And we drew the land, so we can even Grim Bauble, depending on what they play. Gibberick Omnivore. Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. Granted, getting a bunch of planes right now that we have a bunch of lands, it doesn't matter as much. But hey, we're thinning out our deck, and this is still getting us value. This is still incredible. But, like, legitimate question next turn is... Do I just attack with both creatures if I don't find a creature to play? But of course I found a creature to play, so it doesn't matter. Alright, let's play Canyon Vaulter. Oh my gosh. See, do you understand now why I just love Glory Heath Links? Big creature. Big creature. Dead creature. Alright, drew a swamp. Okay, this is definitely an instance where we attack for 8. And I think Surveil is better than making a token here. So let's attack, and let's pass. Brightfield Mustang, sure. Okay, they have run over. Yep. Let's find something good here. That is not bad. Kind of want to keep both. They kind of have to block, right? Oh, I guess keeping both doesn't matter when I have the if I play the Grimbob, if I go get a land. Which I probably should. So let's see. I play Pact Altar. I play Grimbobble. The question now becomes, so they're gonna block my Sundial here, probably. Do I get a land or do I keep Wreckage Wicker Folk? I'm just gonna get the land, actually. Okay. They had enough. They had enough. Man, glory to the Lynx. The Lynx has been absolutely ridiculous. Debating if I want Collision Course in my deck, but we'll run this for now. Alright, on the play here. Oh! I'm gonna keep this, but it's not a happy keep. This one doesn't curve out as well, but it's just really hard for me. Maybe this is the old school player in me. 3 lands with my good cards, some interaction, you know what I mean? It's like, it's really hard for me to... I will cycle one of these just to make sure I hit my land drops. I'm gonna play the Wicker Folk. I really want lands. So, happy that I played out the Wicker Folk. Those are fine cards, but, you know, I got a Guardian Sunmare. I have a Guardian Sunmare here, so... Okay. Alright, we drew the land. Let's get this going. Bloodghast is a very odd card. Like, you just shouldn't put this card in most of your decks, is the way that I look at things. It just, I think the card's bad. Doesn't block. I guess if you have a lot of sacrifice stuff, but there's not a lot of sacrifice stuff in this format. So. Alrighty. Winter does not do too much, because I literally have all artifacts in my deck. Feels like a good opportunity to just kill Camera Launcher before they get value. And do I want to... Let's see, this is a 3-2. Let's go. You want to race? I got the Pactile Terror here. Okay. Play something big? Maybe? No? Wait, why did they... Okay. Well, that... I don't know. Like, they were trying to tap carefully, but all you have to do is just click Stock Up, but... Stock Up is a fantastic card. One of the best uncommons in the set, in my opinion. 3 mana available. Scrap Compactor kills Grim Javelineer. Sure. All right, land here means we can just slam the Guardian Sunmare. So 2 artifacts in the graveyard for the opponent. Hopefully they don't have a way to kill the Sunmare. They're at 8 though, so we're doing a lot of damage as well. Don't want to get maximum overdriven or whatever. Overdriven? Whatever. You know what I mean. If they have a removal spell, they want to use it now on the Sunmare because I can have maximum overdrive. Spike Shell Harrier does not work. Does not work. Okay, so this is awesome for us. Scrap Compactor. Sure. This is actually very, very interesting. I can get another Grim Bauble here to kill the Winter. If I get Grim Bauble and kill Winter, my Sunmare can just attack unimpeded. So now I have the choice between playing... Oh, no. What might be even better here is to play Sundial. What 3-drop can I get, though? No, let's just get Pactile Terror. Yeah! Guardian Sunmare for the win! That was nice. Man, this deck is sweet! This is the black-white deck I needed to draft in the Arena Open. This is way better. Okay, 3-0. Okay, keeping this 2 planes hand a little bit, obviously not as ideal, but the thing is I have several things to do. All I need is 1 swamp to kind of completely unlock my hand, but even if I don't, being on the play and being able to go links into Canyon Vaulter is just something that I feel like I just need to keep every single time. Looks like they have a night market here due to the delay. Nope, just okay. Glory Heath Links, come on, Swamp. Swamp off the top would be great. Oh, can you imagine if they play nothing and I go Swamp Hour of Victory? Nope, that did not happen, so we are doing the other thing. Seat of Varma turn 2 is obviously quite strong, at least when they get to the late game. Still would love a Swamp here. If we don't draw a Swamp in the next couple of turns, it is kind of bad, to be honest. Veloheart Bike, sure. They could have a run over. Oh, Locust Spray. Nice. Okay. Okay, no Swamp. But at least we drew a playable card. And something that I could even consider cycling. Although because my opponent's green, I kind of want to keep it. I think there's a really good chance that my opponent plays like a Hazard of the Dunes here or something to just try to stabilize the board. But yeah, this is the instance where like the Grim Baubles are just okay. Like the 3rd Grim Bauble in a lot of matchups, especially the green decks, can be a little bit underwhelming for sure. What if they just pump Seat of Varma and attack me? I guess that would be the ideal scenario. Haunt the Network, okay. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I'm gonna cycle 1, because I have the backup one. I'm gonna draw a Plains Watch. Okay, there we go. Keep it flying. Plenty of planes, planes for days. We're gaining a bunch of life. I don't know. I don't know why they kept Seat of Varma back. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. I have a Gallant Strike, which I'd absolutely love to use on a large monster. Not that, though. Yeah, this is kind of rough. They have... It looks like a Golgari deck splashing Seat of Arma, and it's looking quite strong here. Just another Plains, huh? How do I want to do this? Well, let's play the Plains. I want to play one of these two, but I'm not sure which one. Just play this, get our engines going. And then pass. Don't really want to trade Canyon Vaulter for a Thopter. Yeah, I mean, their deck is very powerful. Now, here's my question. Like, if they attack with the Broodwagon, do I just double block? And then hope they use some kind of a trick? I could try. Yeah, but like, we haven't put nearly enough pressure on our opponent's life total, and they're playing some of the best cards in the set. So this is, you know, a little bit outmatched here. Okay. I guess they really do not care about their bike. I see. They're probably going to get Scurryfoot back. I don't really have a good way to kill Seat of Arma. We're certainly going to use Grimbauble here on the Scurryfoot. Then we'll play Broadcast Rambler. And we'll pass. Yeah, their deck is excellent. Excellent, excellent deck. Okay. Gonna take a lot of damage here. I don't have the mana to Gallant Strike, so... I need a way to kill Seat of Arma. I don't actually know if I have any removal spells for it, though. I have like 3 Gallant Strikes and a bunch of Grimbaubles. Like I said, maybe one of the baubles should be a Collision Course. Maybe. Yeah, you know, the more I think about it, I think that's probably correct. It's like when you have a deck with too many Engine Rats. Like, they're good cards, but there's severe diminishing returns, I think. I mean, this Seat of Arma is just going to kill me, isn't it? I still need to be aggressive here, so we're going to go with an aggressive line. What the hell? Ugh. Gross. Maximum Overdrive too? Yeah. This is going to be too much. I would love if they just used Seat of Arma's ability right now, but I think that would be pretty crazy if they did that. Just because they can hit me for so much with an overrun ability. Okay. I guess their plan is to kill me with flyers. Fair enough. Like I said, I mean, this is a horrible spot to be in general. All right, Thundering Broodwagon. Take 4. Nothing for them. Okay. Really getting stuck here on black mana is kind of tough. I will play the Wreckage Wickerfolk. Do I want this swamp? I kind of do. This I want to trade. I don't really care about max speed just yet. I guess this is going to always connect. But I need to keep this back in case they crew the carrion cruiser. Yeah, I just don't have good attacks. And I'm keeping the swamp just so I don't fall further behind on board. And I just want to make sure that I can double spell next turn. And then having black allows me to also upkeep Grimbauble on the turn afterwards. If they attack me with the 2... Like, that's the thing. They don't really have great attacks other than the Seat of Arma. And if I triple block, I just loot. Yeah, I just got to take it. Venom Sac Lagak, sure. All right. Definitely a game where I just feel like we kind of got outclassed. Oh, all right. They attacked. I'm going to block here. Obviously, this is a cross fingers type situation. Hope they don't have anything here. Got to take 2 from the Lagak. I think I want to keep the Wretched Doll around just in case I want to do more surveilling. Oh, if they have something here, we're just in so much trouble. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was also a blowout. God, their deck is so good. All right. See what we hit with the bobble. I'll definitely keep that. So we can use that to get some good things. Momentum Breaker is a card that comes to mind. Actually, I might just want to get a Grimbauble just to kill the Venom Sac Lagak. But I also need to find a way to saddle this, so... All right, Grimbauble. Yeah, Pactol Terror certainly seems fine. Don't really... I'll keep this in my deck, but I don't think I'm going to want it. But I'm going to shuffle here, so it's going to be fine. Like I said, if they have anything, we're dead, but we're just playing under the assumption that they have nothing. This is pretty good, though. We go up to 4, then we get Grimbauble, go up to 5, kill the Lagak, still have a 1-3 back. All right. Now I'll stop on my upkeep again, I guess. Okay. Oh, that's a really good draw on this board. They probably just have all lands, right? If that's what they're playing this turn. Yeah. They got a forest, that's good. They couldn't find a permanent. No! Damn it! I thought... Oh, gosh. That was not ideal. Not ideal at all. Man. What can I get here? We'll find out, because, like, there's no way I'm not attacking here, right? Because I want to play this after and surveil, so... I can get Momentum Breaker. Seems like the best thing. Gains me some life, too. Yep. Hey, look, we still got really great value here. And we have a pretty good board. So I shouldn't be sad. Like, that was a really good Guardian Sunmare. Let's play Wreckage Wickerfolk. We get to Surveil. Don't want that. Gallant Strike. I will keep because it can cycle as well. Alright, I mean, we are on the verge of stabilizing here. They have this Beast Rider Vanguard, but now I can start attacking with a bunch. So we'll see what they can find here. We have a Gallant Strike if they find a big creature. And we can attack for a whole lot. Grim Bauble. That's fine. I guess that kills a Thopter. But that doesn't let them dig with the Beast Rider Vanguard. We get to Hour of Victory for something too? What can I get? I have a Guardian Sunmare, and I think I had another big thing, but I just totally forgot what it was. But we shall find out, because I'm tutoring right now. Another Pactol Terror. Wow, I'm actually like very close to out of gas entirely. Another Pactol Terror seems like... Oh, I can also get Momentum Breaker just to kill the Beast Rider Vanguard. That also seems reasonable. But Pactol Terror puts them down to 4, or 3 rather. Now let's do this. The way I look at it is if they're spending their time... If they're spending their time to Beast Rider Vanguard, it's like, it's not that bad for us. Especially because they're at 3. And I have the Gallant Strike for a big creature. Oh, you know what's funny? The third Grim Bauble was actually really important. So, who knows what the last card should be that gets cut? Maybe it's Momentum Breaker? I don't know. Like, how good is this card? If I don't have a ton of great Start Your Engines payoffs. So maybe Collision Course is better? Our Veloheart Bike doesn't matter much. Start. They're at 5. We're going to sack the Momentum Breaker end of turn. You know what? I'm going to full control this. I don't want to mess this up. Can't believe we turned this game around. That Guardian Sunmare. Whew. Playing a Lotus Guard Disciple, I guess, is kind of cool with Guardian Sunmare, but I think the card is kind of too weak to play. I think my other creatures are better, so I think I just don't need to play it. Hold on. Wow, they get a stupid Broodwagon back? Where did that come from? Oh, it got them the red source? Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess that's a dead Pactol Terror. Okay. Probably playing Grim Bauble now at this point. Okay. Well, they can't crew the Broodwagon, so that's good. Wow. That was a huge turn, though. They put 3 permanents in play, and one of them killed my thing, and it came into the battlefield. This would... Okay. I like it. They are aggressive. Want to kill that end of turn so they can't crew the Broodwagon. Boom! Yes! That one feels good to win, because their deck was so strong. And it looked completely hopeless. And winning that game feels really, really good. All right, let's see if I want to get a Collision Course in here. And if I did, what do I want to cut? Oh, that Broadcast Rambler was the card. I think it's a spell just because my creature count's kind of low. Or I like my creature count to be high, rather. Yeah, let's just cut a Momentum Breaker. I think that's fine. I want to keep the Grim Baubles because I have a lot of 2s, so it gives me the opportunity to double spell a lot in turn 3, where I go Grim Bauble plus 2 drop. And then 1 Momentum Breaker is nice to get the engines going, but I like the fact that Collision Course can act as a hard removal spell if I need, given that my curve is so low. But if you think I should cut a Grim Bauble and play both Momentum Breakers, that's also fine. I can totally see the case for that too. I just don't have really great payoffs for speed other than the Hour. All right, good hand here. Turn 2 Sundial on the play. We've been going first a lot, which is really important for this deck, of course. Gain land for the opponent, and yeah, I'm just going to go Sundial just to get in for more damage. Wreckage Wickerfolk next turn. Like, honestly, drawing land number 5 is not too bad here because I have the Broadcast Rambler. So having a 3/3 in play, getting more damage in, and then if I don't draw, I don't know, something better than the Wreckage Wickerfolk, basically any land that I see, I'm just going to graveyard. Molt Tender, okay. Sure. Scrap Compactor. Wow. Grim Bauble is a really interesting one. The thing is, they don't, like, the Molt Tender really doesn't get the mana right now, so I feel like I just want to play more expensive things. So I'm going to play the Wreckage Wickerfolk here instead, see what I get. Wow, those are both really, really good. My mana is, like, super awkward. They both start my engines. I'm just going to keep both, honestly. I don't have to play this Broadcast Rambler. If they play a big thing, I don't know. But the thing is, this, like I said, this doesn't get turned on here. It's kind of interesting what I choose to do. I can also just play Pactol Terror. Gastel Raider. Swing and a miss there, friend. Swing and a miss. So they're going to mill themselves with this. Yeah, let's just get our engines going. Attack with both of these. They can double block, I guess? No, they mill the Momentum Breaker, sure. So they're at 14. Engine, our speed is on 2. I always feel like black mana is always just something that I have big issues with. Debris Beetle is a good one. The Breedle, if you will. No, it's not just a good one, it's a great one. Ugh, gosh. That thing hits so hard. It's one of the best rares in the entire set. Really unfortunate. But the nice thing here is we are close to getting to maximum speed, and I can find a collision course. Huh? Brought that in. I can find a collision course here for the Debris Beetle. And if they want to get aggressive too, I mean, look, they got to tap something down, right? And I can attack them back for a significant amount of damage here, so we'll see how this goes. Interesting that they didn't mill themselves again. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Active Scrap Compactor. It looks like I'm going to take 6 damage here, but this tells me that there's also a good chance that they're going to follow this up with a big play. Certainly, we're taking this. We don't really have much of a choice. The Raider is annoying because of my Momentum Breaker doesn't do as much. Give me a Swamp. Oh, gosh. Gross. Oh, that's super gross. Just one... Debris Beetle... Games just get so out of hand with this Debris Beetle. I'm at 12. I'm doing this because there's a shot that they could have used Scrap Compactor to kill my Wreckage Wickerfolk. So I want to give them kind of awkward blocks here which is why I'm attacking this way. But I don't want to trade the 2/2 for the Deathless Pilot. At the very least, I can eat a Molt Tender if they choose to go for a double block here. Okay. All right, let us kill the Debris Beetle. I can get Gallant Strike or Collision Course. You know what? I'm not gonna take any chances here. Like, I don't want my opponent to play Maximum Overdrive or something. All right, well, hopefully that will have addressed the big issue that we have here. Now we're in a pretty good spot. Well, not an awesome spot, but we're in a spot. Let's take it here. They're going to have maximum speed now for the Raider. We do have Grim Bauble for that. One card in hand for the opponent. Beast Rider Vanguard, yikes. Okay, so I'm going to want to kill that. So let's go ahead and get the Beast Rider Vanguard. That's the card that gets them out of this game. So let's kill this. Opponent's deck very, very solid. Ours is not so bad either. But we're certainly behind right now. Not by much, though. Not by much. Like, if I play Wreckage Wickerfolk, they don't have good attacks because I can double block either the Pilot or the Gas-Style Raider. So then it really comes down to what they find off the Vanguard and then what they top deck. Marshall's Path Cruiser is pretty good. That is a large monster. Don't want planes. Do I want Glory Heath Lynx? Sure. I don't think I want to get too picky. That's the thing. Let's attack just because, like, I have the double block here on the Gas-Style Raider. What the heck? All right. I will take that exchange. I will take that exchange all day, every day. Okay. I have a Broadcast Rambler here to block the Marshall's Path Cruiser. All right. There's one card we don't know about. They're at 12 life. Oh my gosh. That's gross. Earth Rumbler? Oh my goodness. Okay. I really need to kill the Earth Rumbler. 7 power? Okay. All right. How do I want to block this? So this is 6... Wow, this is nuts. I have to kill the trampling creature. That is definitely what I need to do. Oh, you drew something too? All right, great job. Well, you know what? I'll play it in case I draw a removal spell, but like, yeah, I mean... Sure. Wow. I guess anything there is obviously very good, but that's a really strong sequence, and it's going to be hard for us to beat that, yeah. Oh well. Our opponent had solid deck, Debris Beetle, and then... at the end there, they were able to string together some really, really nice cards there. Earth Rumbler, very, very big. But I still think we played the best that we could in that spot. And we are now 4-1. All right, on the play here, gonna keep this. Got 2-drop into stuff. Well said, Paul. Dynamite Diver? Oh, Marauding Mako. Hi. Then I'll play the Canyon Vaulter, because that should be able to block the Mako here. See, they attacked me. They have a Howler's Heavy. Oh, come on. What? What? What is this? Well, we'll see how this goes. Now I'm okay blocking the Marauding Mako. Because if they have the Howlers, like, they need to have Howlers plus another 1-mana cycler. Okay. Oh, man. This is kind of brutal. I feel like I need to get this off the battlefield. Somehow, some way. But they have a bunch of mana up. The way I look at it here is they need to have 2 things here. And if not, I'm probably going to lose the game to these cyclers anyways. If they have a removal spell, it's fine. They need a removal spell plus a cycler. Okay. This... It's extremely unfortunate. All right, well, my opponent took a trip to Magical Christmas Land. Do you see this curve? This should be illegal. This is so insane. Wow. They blocked. All right, sure. I didn't think they were going to block. Just like they... Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm super dead here. I just thought with all that mana up, they would be a little bit afraid. And that's an instance where you just kind of have to play a little bit... You have to make more aggressive attacks because you're so behind based off of what happened over the last couple turns. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with this. Like, Gallon Strike would have been good. Guidelight Optimizer. So they don't have any cyclers? Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was unlikely for them to have 2 cyclers there, which is why I went with that. Yeah, I'm done with this one. I am done with this one. Man, what an yeah. This is the thing. Like with this format, you have some pretty high variance games, and turn 1 Mako into turn 2 Sea Ray into double cycle into Captain Sea Howler. I almost feel like I want an extra swamp over Plains. I just feel like there's more instances where I need more black mana over the course of multiple turns. All right, on the draw here, I do have the Glory Heath, the awesome Glory Heath links into Canyon Vaulter combo, but obviously it's significantly less good on the draw. A couple lands here too means these lands don't really mean much. Spectral Interference is not ideal for me. I do have Canyon Vaulter here plus Sunmare. All right, Thopter Fabricator. We're just going to kill that now. Very, very good in blue-red. Very, very happy with my decision to play the Collision Course, I will say. I'm going to play Canyon Vaulter just for mana purposes. Like, I feel like, first of all, they could have a Lightning Strike. Or Road Rage, sure. Secondly, if they play a Thunderhead Gunner, I have Gallant Strike available to kill it. Speak of the devil. So their hand must be really good. But at least we're sequencing things out properly. Alright, we have a Guardian Sunmare, but we do need another creature to saddle this. So any 3-drop creature or less. Also, although it looks like they might have Flood the Engine. Remember, they kept 2 cards in hand, so their hand is really, really good. Alright. But we're kind of out of action here. Use all of our removal. Crash and Burn. Wow, they must have another Crash and Burn here, right? Or maybe they don't have the land? I don't know. They might have another, like, land plus Crash and Burn. I don't know. If they had Flood the Engine, they would have used it already. Alright, do I have a 4-power creature I can find here? That would be great. Obviously, this just as a 5/5 is great, but I would love to be able to saddle. Broadcast Rambler would be an incredible draw, but I don't have a lot of other cards that can saddle this. Alright, so that was not good. Going back-to-back lands there, not ideal. So I actually feel like I'm a dog because they've been doing some cycling here. Would be an unfortunate way to flame out. They also discarded the Endrider Spike Spitter, by the way. Alright, removal. Anything good? Transit Mage, okay. Yeah. Yeah, their deck's really solid too. Gunner, Fabricator. I like that deck. Possession Engine, oh my gosh. Yeah, well. They need a land. They play a land, they can steal my Sunmare. Alright. Sundial down. They can't attack me, so at least that's good. That's not ideal. Clamorous Ironclad. I guess blue-red is our only weakness. Man, we started out 4-0. What happened? The wheels just completely came off. I was having a ton of fun with this deck, but, you know, just proof that, wow, cycling trip up here? What? Really? You could have cast it on the Sunmare and hit me for 10. I do not understand that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter here, but I really dislike their decision to cycle the trip up. But they did say oops, so I think they just messed up. Okay. I mean, that was the best possible card here, right? The question is, what does it get me? Right? Like, I'm at 12 life. I can get... Yeah, I don't even know what I can get. I can get a Grimbauble. Kill this. Trade with this. This is where I guess I wish I had the Lotus Guard Disciple. Because the Grim Bauble lets me surveil. So we'll do that. I need a Gallon Strike, I think. I need multiple Gallon Strikes, I think. Yeah, their deck is very solid. And they just have a little more deck manipulation. And they had better... Like, Possession Engine is... With Transit Mage is obviously very, very strong. And they had the Thought Prefabricator. This is probably a little just too much for me to handle. Yep. All right. It's okay. Look, I didn't think this deck was amazing by any stretch, but starting out 4-0 and then going 4-3 is obviously not ideal. But all in all, I was still happy with the deck in general, with kind of how it played out. I think we lost one of the games because we just drew all the planes and couldn't play a Black Source for a really long time. We lost to an absolutely ludicrous start from a Is-It Cycling deck, which that'll happen. It happens like in 5% of your games, it tops, but it happened. So congratulations to our opponent for pulling that off. And then this, it was a close game, and my opponent just had better cards. And if you look, we have a really solid early game, but if the game goes late, we are kind of a little bit lacking here in the top end of the mana curve. But, you know, I think it is what it is. Like, I think our deck was still very, very solid. And given the start, it's a little bit of a disappointing finish. I still feel like this deck was capable of a little bit better. You know, we had a ton of uncommons. White was extremely open. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 9 white uncommons. 9 white uncommons with 2 rares, right? And I still went 4-3. White was super duper open. If anything, black was a little bit less open, but honestly, I got a bunch of Grim Baubles late, the Wreckage Wicker Folks. I saw the Pactol Terrors. This really did feel like one of the... this really felt like this was the seat that we were supposed to be, but you can't have a phenomenal finish in every single draft. We had opponents with really solid decks, and ultimately we fell a little bit short. 4-3, still somewhat even in gems. Hopefully we can turn things around in the next draft video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and really wanted to support the channel in another way, the best way to do so is through my Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Lots of great benefits to joining the Patreon. Make sure you check that out. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all of your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some singles or sealed product, go to TCGplayer.com. You'll get those things at the most competitive prices. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but certainly not least, go to heavyplay.com for all of your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. You need deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, all that good stuff. Heavyplay.com is the place to go. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.